Hello, brothers and sisters from the United States. This is my personal letter number 4. On this entire planet, there's only one thing more powerful than the US government: the American people. So, dear friend and rightful owner of the United States of America, the richest country in the world, you have a great nation, congratulations. But your managers, they stink, with all due respect. The people you pay to run your family business have failed you. Your managers are foolish and irresponsible, and every 4 years you're forced to swap one for another, just as foolish and irresponsible. That's why your infrastructure is crumbling. That's why wages have been frozen for decades. That's why the cost of living keeps rising. It's not because you lack resources or talent. As a country, you have more than enough money and brilliant people. But for 200 years, you've had truly awful administrators, a kind of two-party dictatorship that never changes, no matter who is in charge. The US has waged a war on drugs for over 50 years. After destroying or imprisoning millions of lives and burning trillions of dollars, you now have more addicts than when you started. In the same way, after destroying and abandoning millions of lives and wasting trillions of dollars, you now have more homeless people than when you began trying to fix it. And after destroying entire nations, dropping bombs, and spending trillions, there's no peace where your governments intervened, and no real democracy where they overthrew regimes. This isn't just incompetence, it's criminal incompetence. In short, you've had some of the worst leaders in the world and maybe in history. And like every human being on earth, you deserve far better. You deserve honest leaders who tell you the truth. You deserve competent leaders who actually solve problems. You deserve humble leaders who don't waste your money on luxuries, and you deserve patriotic leaders with a real national plan. But neither Democrats nor Republicans have a vision for America. They have no strategy to unlock your nation's potential. They have no real plan to solve your deepest crisis. They don't want to fix things, they can't. They don't even know how. They have failed you. So now, it's up to you. Because when citizens stay passive, these broken systems keep repeating themselves. And when you leave your country's future in the hands of two dysfunctional parties, you surrender your right to shape your own destiny. Your grandparents didn't wait for politicians to give them rights. They organized, they marched, they built every freedom you enjoy today, precisely in moments like this, when institutions have collapsed and become completely disconnected from real life. Are you really going to tolerate another 50 years of addicts on the streets? Of families torn apart? Of a rich government and a poor people? Will you accept thousands living in tents forever? Will you wait for your politicians to change while the rest of the world moves forward and treats its citizens with dignity? Do you want to tolerate this forever? Don't accept it. Get political. To get political doesn't just mean voting or watching debates from your couch. It means understanding how political decisions shape your life and your world. It means realizing that politics doesn't belong to politicians, it belongs to all of us. Politics is the only tool ordinary people have to transform reality and shape the future for generations to come. The media have tried to make being political seem radical, uncomfortable, or extreme, but it's not. Getting political is an act of love for your country. It's the deepest desire to have better leaders, leaders who are more honest than average, more human than average, smarter than average, and more effective than average. And when those in power do such a terrible job that any of us could do better, that's the perfect moment for us to step up. Any public school teacher, any honest lawyer, any factory worker, any Amazon delivery driver, any nurse. Any of them will govern with more integrity, for a fair wage, and out of love for their country, not out of greed or personal ambition, like most politicians of both parties. Getting political is the only way for the richest nation on earth to finally spend $1 trillion a year on its own people, so everyone can have healthcare, education, and leisure worthy of a global leader. While almost every other country invests its wealth in its citizens, your two foolish, irresponsible parties spend $1 trillion a year making the rest of the world suffer. They call it defense, but you have no real enemies, so it's not defense, it's profit. Cruel, unnecessary profit. And they've done terrible things in your name. Getting political doesn't mean you need to overthrow your entire system. It means humanizing it, so government once again serves all of you, not just your oligarchs. Right now, politics is hijacked by elites who live in a different reality, one disconnected from your struggles, your streets, your hopes. The only way to heal your country, the only way to stop the decline, the only way to build a luminous future is for you to get involved. Getting political is the only path to making America truly great. Not militarily, but morally great, socially great, humanly great. Your greatness hasn't even begun. You'll be great when you end poverty in your cities, when you heal addiction, not punish it, when you treat every human being with dignity and respect, when your government walks alongside the rest of humanity without threats, without bombs, without fear. We are at historic turning point. Your political awakening and your openness to the world are the only ways to solve your crisis without breaking a single window. And when you do, the whole planet can finally thrive in peace. The future is bright, and that's inevitable. So whenever you're ready to join us in purifying and modernizing our shared world, you'll be welcome. There are countless examples in the global south, from healthcare in Cuba to poverty reduction in Brazil and Mexico, from community democracy in Uruguay to green transitions in Costa Rica. But you've never heard of them, because your information diet has been carefully controlled by the very system that's failing you. Yes, there are solutions to every problem you face, but not without you. You, the American people, are not a problem. You are the solution. In fact, you are your only solution. Only the people can save the people. Build a modern, patriotic, humanist political party, or deeply transforms the two you already have. Take back your wealth, build your happiness. It's not that hard. Your country's real greatness hasn't even begun. See you next time.